Tyler, may I have roll call, please?
Mrs. Larkin. Here. Mr. Painter.
Here.
Mr. Redner.
Here.
Mrs. Reese.
Here.
Mrs. Riley. Mrs. Taylor. Here. Mrs. Waxler. Here. Mr. Zeppos. Mrs. Zilkowski. Here. 7 in attendance.
Welcome, everyone. School board reorganization will be held December 5th, 2016 in the community boardroom. Next, we will move on to Mr. Ferrandino for student recognition.
That was quick. Thank you for having me. Here tonight to recognize some of our successes in the fall sports season. Once again, we had a fantastic year across the board, both individually and team-wise. We'd like to start with our state championship girls tennis team. Let me read your accomplishments off for their season. Their dual meet record was 19-2. Along the way, they won the division championship. They were runner-up in our county to Exeter, and they went on to win the district and the state championship. Individually, we had some success as well, as Alex Jading won the district championship as a sophomore in the singles, and Anna Kate Schreck and Leah McAvoy won the doubles district championship, and then went on to place 4th in the state in the doubles. Tonight, there's several of them here represented, and Coach Ostrich, Joelle Ostrich, is here with them. I'm going to ask her to help me hand out some certificates and proclamations here. Girls, come on up, please. As you can see, we have some young ladies dressed in basketball gear, so we're getting them off to practice. I asked Coach Mitchell if he would hold all conditioning until you guys return. So you are happy to know you are not missing anything very, very important. How about a round of applause for our... Thank you, girls. Down. I'll take that. Yeah, down. Okay, a couple other quick recognitions tonight, 2 of which could not be here. I don't know if my other one, yeah, she did make it. I thought it was appropriate to mention Nate Menon tonight. For those of you that have been following Nate's career, he was a state champion in boys golf. I think the first time Berks County's had one since the 40s or 50s. Then he, this year, went and defended his county title, but could not participate in the postseason because of other golf commitments. And just last week, signed a national letter of intent to continue his golf career at Stanford, which all of you can imagine is one of the top golf schools in the entire country. So I thought it was worth mentioning, even though he could not defend his state title, certainly an outstanding career for him here at Wyomissing. Next, we have Joe Cullen. Coach Hetrick is here to represent Joe tonight, who is, I believe, in the Virgin Islands tonight.
He is running in the Virgin Islands, yes.
And tried to convince him to stay home and accept his proclamation instead of going to the Virgin
I
Islands.
tried to convince him to take me. You could have coached him.
Yeah.
Really, all about coaching.
Joe, who's a junior, is an outstanding young man, as many of you might know, but also an outstanding runner. Won the county championship this year, and then went on and won the district championship, and then went and placed 15th in the state. So although he could not be here tonight, he certainly had an outstanding cross-country season. Last and certainly not least, we have Miss Christy Bell, who is here tonight. Come on up here, Christy. Christy is a golfer. She plays on the boys golf team, but she also gets to compete in the girls' end of the year series, tournament series. She placed 3rd in the county. She went on and got 6th in the region, and then she ended up finishing 16th in the state. She was only the 2nd girl ever in our school district's history to participate in the state golf tournament as a young lady. So we're awfully proud of that, and she is also a junior and looking to build on that next year as well. Congratulations. Get back to practice. Thank you.
Is there any public comment?
Can you give a report for the fundraiser, is that okay?
Just take a name and address.
Carolyn Bamberger from 117 Grandview Boulevard, and I forgot my reading glasses, so I'm gonna struggle a little bit. I just want to give you all. I just wanted to give you an update on the status of the fundraiser and where we are to this point. We've been kind of separating the funds between donations, just kind of a miscellaneous category of donations, including the pillar sales and the bricks. So, to give you an update, as of today, we have raised approximately $236,000 in the other category and about $50,000 in the brick category for a total of about $286,000. To date, we've deposited, and I would say deposit, we basically delivered to Mark. It looks like about $226,000 in the other category, and today we dropped off $23,000 in the brick category. We're still working on completing the database of all the donations because of the quantity of them. Also wanted to let you know that counting individual donors, and in the individual donor count includes couples, but the counted is one. So we just think that, you know, to a certain extent, maybe that number's not quite double. We've had 230 individual brick donors and 69 in the other donation category, including the pillars, for a total of around 300 donors plus, you know, the other spouse of the couple. Also wanted to let you know that we originally had a deadline of November 15th. But since that time, we've gotten a number of phone calls and emails asking if they can still bring donations, and obviously we can still accept them. So we've kind of officially put a notice out on Facebook that we've extended the fundraiser until December 1st. So that's just, you know, another 10 days or so. So hopefully everybody can get theirs in by then. And, you know, the only other thing I can say is that everybody's very excited to see this project get started. And thank you for everything that all of you are doing. It was still
We'll move on, excuse me, to routine approvals. It is recommended that the Board of School Directors approve the following minutes: October 17th, 2016, and October 24th, 2016. May I have a motion? Second? Is there any discussion?
Is there any way we can vote on each date separately? Because I was having some back and forth with admin about some notes in the October 24th meeting that I don't know that I can agree with completely, and I don't want the October 17th to be affected by me voting no for the October 24th meeting. Specifically, when I was reading through all of the notes from that long meeting about the lawyer, my last question about if anyone on the board had seen the actual bid we were voting on that night, nobody answered. And I just think that's an important note that's not in the minutes. And
I did answer that. I said I answered the bid documents.
the bid RFP, not the actual bids that came in that evening that we were voting on. So in the summary in the minutes, it's mentioned that you saw the RFP, but not the bids that came in, which was the question that I asked that evening. And then secondly, in that same statement, it was mentioned that we did discuss those bids in facilities. And while we did talk about the bid process and the former bids at different facilities meetings, that actual bid that evening was sandwiched between two facilities meetings. So I personally, without those kind of addendums to the minutes from the 24th, I can't vote yes for the 24th minutes, so I would like to vote yes for the 17th, but I would like to vote no for the 24th.
Okay, so that's fine, so we'll separate them.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll start again. It's recommended that the Board of School Directors approve the following minutes. October 17, 2016 Business Committee meeting with committee reports. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
We've discussed. Mrs. Feiler, may I have roll call, please?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Redner,
Yes.
Mrs. Reese,
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor,
Yes.
Mrs. Waxler,
Yes.
Mrs. Zilkowski,
Yes.
Mrs. Larkin,
Yes.
7 yes.
It is recommended that the Board of School Directors approve the following minutes: October 24th, 2016 business meeting. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Mrs. Feiler, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Redner,
Yes.
Mrs. Reese,
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor,
Yes.
Mrs. Waxler,
Yes.
Mrs. Zilkowski,
Yes.
Mrs. Larkin,
No.
6 yes, 1 no.
It is recommended that the Board of School Directors accept the treasurer's report. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll get rid of first, I'll take this.
Is there any discussion? Mrs. Feiler, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Redner,
Yes.
Mrs. Reese,
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor,
Yes.
Mrs. Waxler,
Yes.
Mrs. Zilkowski, Mrs. Larkin,
Yes.
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
7 yes.
It is recommended that the Board of School Directors approve payment of bills for the month of October 2016 as listed in the financial packet. May I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Mrs. Feiler, may I have roll call, please?
Mrs. Reese,
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor,
Yes.
Mrs. Waxler,
Yes.
Mrs. Zilkowski,
Yes.
Mrs. Larkin, Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Redner,
Yes.
7 yes.
It is recommended that the Board of School Directors approve Resolution 11/21/1601 to participate in the Berks County Joint Comprehensive Plan Program. Background information is in your packet. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? Mrs. Feiler, may I have roll call, please?
Mrs. Taylor, Mrs. Waxler,
Yes.
Mrs. Zilkowski,
Yes.
Mrs. Larkin,
Yes.
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Redner,
Yes.
Mrs. Reese,
Yes.
7 yes.
On to the superintendent's report by Mrs. Vicente.
Thank you, Mrs. Reese. A couple of good news items. For the high school, we recently held our career day on November 9th, and approximately 80 professionals from many backgrounds volunteered their time to talk with students about careers, education, training, and successful work practice. And we certainly want to thank Mrs. Waxler and her crew for organizing that. It is a major undertaking, and I think it is something that is so unique to our school district, and it's just an incredible event. I think our students really benefit, but also those who come in to work with our students also benefit from it too. So it was a great day at the high school. Upcoming events for the high school on December 1st at 6:30 in the auditorium. Caring Foundation will be here to conduct a presentation and will provide prevention resources for parents to talk to their children about drugs and alcohol. There's a flyer on our website. The date was changed and it is now December 1st at 6:30. Over at West Reading, they held their birthday book club. 36 rec families participated in this annual fundraiser for the library. Families were able to purchase a book for the library collection to honor the birthday of their student. A sticker inside the book cover commemorates the student's birthday and donation of that book. 34 students attended the birthday party, which celebrated the arrival of those books. Rec also held a math night for parents, where the rec teachers delivered their first parents' math night. 42 students and parents attended the event, which included informal sessions on the Go Math online resources, the growth mindset, and also what it's like to be in a 5th or 6th grade classroom. And then both the Hills and West Reading held some Veterans Day recognitions. So on the 11th, Mrs. Shauna Matz spearheaded a school-wide effort to recognize the military veterans, and rec students and staff invited family members, and they had 20 in attendance with a breakfast reception, so there were pictures on the website about that. Over at the Hills, they had an author visit this past Friday. Author and illustrator Megan McCarthy had lunch with third grade students, and she was there for the day. Also, they held Thanksgiving at WAC for the firefighters and police officers, and they came to the Hills to share a meal with students. They also have had police guest readers in the building in November and in December. Watchdog Daz is up and running, and our fourth graders are proud parents of little peeps. They are in the middle of their embryology unit, and so there are peeps over at the Hills, and so that's always very exciting at the Hills as well. The upcoming winter concerts, December 6th, the junior high concert will begin at 7:30. December 7th, the third grade concert begins at 6:30. December 8th, the rec concert begins at 7. December 13th, the senior high concert begins at 7:30, and on the 15th, grade 4 concert begins at 6:30. It's also on the website in case you didn't get those times. Moving back to the agenda, under curriculum and technology, there are no items. Under finance and facilities, it is recommended that the board of directors approve the following finance and facility items numbered 1 through 9.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? Any discussion? Mrs. Feiler, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Waxler? Yes. Mrs. Bilkowski? Yes. Mrs. Larkin?
Yes.
Mr. Hayner?
Yes.
Mr. Redmond?
Yes.
Mrs. Reese?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor? Yes. 7 yes.
Under personnel and policy, it is recommended that the board of school directors approve the following personnel and policy items numbered 1 through 5.
May I have a motion, please? Second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
With the long-term sub movement into, I don't want to put you on the spot because it might come up in personnel, but the long-term, so when a long-term sub moves from one position into another in our district, do they remain just does it become an extended hire, or is it just a long-term sub that shifts to a new position? It's by position. She's a great substitute. Thank you.
Mrs. Feiler, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Bilkowski? Yes. Mrs. Larkin?
Yes.
Mr. Hayner?
Yes.
Mr. Redmond?
Yes.
Mrs. Reese?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor? Yes. Mrs. Waxler? Yes. 7 yes.
Any old business?
At our last board meeting, it was discussed about someone mentioning about board mediation. And I believe we had said we would discuss it this evening. Everyone was going to think about it, and we were going to see who was interested. So I just wanted to revisit that topic. I do think it would be a good idea. I think we're going into reorganization. So with new leadership, it's a good chance to start fresh. And I'm trying to think of a better analogy, and all I can come up with is mend fences, and I really don't want to say that, but I think some assistance in helping all of us in the room work more collaboratively with each other. So that's my suggestion.
I'll answer that also, because I think Jenny sent out an email to everyone, so she would have had the responses regarding any interest in mediation. Do you remember recall seeing that?
I responded.
Yeah. Yeah, so did I. So I think when she gets back from her vacation, we should address it again, because I didn't see the responses. So, but I know she sent out an email regarding it. Is there any new business? The right to knows for October are listed on your agenda. Any updates from organizations? Wyomissing Area Education Association, AFSCME, WAIF,
I just have one thing on weight, the annual report came out, so we just had it in the mail, I have copies here and put it around for everyone.
PTA, if there's no further business, may I please have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.